cup was lovely.
Yeah, this one has 2 steps. Then heavy do you? What do you do?
Send me an email. I'll send you a link because it's all organic.
Yeah, that's
Come and see us.
Can you just briefly tell which is medicinal mushrooms?
Yeah.
I see lion's mane.
Yeah, so we're doing medicinal mushrooms.
So this is the roti made with the chapati flour and this pearl millet, and it has some chopped onions and chilies inside it. And the raita is made with British beetroot. Thank you. I don't want to offend people, but really, you are so irresponsible. In my restaurant, I got this, the beetroot raita, to show how in my restaurant, we do not fly in any vegetables from India. Because I know it's got the blood of farmers on it. Farmers are committing suicide at a very high rate. There's a huge amount of deprivation in farmers. The poor are getting poorer, while the West is buying our vegetables and fruits being made to a certain size. Yes, chefs are responsible. They're very, very irresponsible for not actually trying to figure out what is happening on the ground.
I know where you are, man.
So it's different from normal Indian bread. Do you like it?
Yeah, it's really good. So this is the first time I've ever eaten pearl millet before. It had sort of this nutty taste to it. For me, it had a little bit of a kick as well, something I wasn't expecting. Like as you get into it and you start tasting it, you have like this burst of flavor, and it's like something you haven't experienced before, but it's really, really good.
Not very spicy.
Pumpkin seeds.
Sadly, I think food is relatively unregulated, and especially in countries like the States, it is controlled by very few companies whose only motive is profit. Now, if a public good, you can argue that food is a public good because it keeps us alive, is not regulated and profit is the only motive, then of course things like flavour and more importantly nutrition will fly out the window.
Coconut works.
Yeah, the coconut just in the dark.
To then complement the warm spices that's through the lentils, and then a little bit of bread just to soak it all up.
I think the change has to go through the consumers. The consumers need to tell the food sector, the food industry, what they want, that they want products that are produced sustainably, that have higher nutritional value. If consumers ask that from the food industry will demand that from the farmers.
I mean, there is that whole dilemma around we like to watch amazing and interesting food happening on television. Do we actually make the effort to eat it ourselves? And that's why this is a great event, because it's encouraging people to try new flavours, and it's definitely worth the effort.
Like tea.
The risk is that if you rely on so few species, something happen like a pest coming in, a disease, but even think about climate change, these species are in danger, and the production of these species of the crops can really decrease enormously. So that's why you need to have alternative, and you need to use plant diversity.